These always seem like they're like crooked to me. Cade, 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 where's your toy? Where's your toy? Where's your toy? Go get your toy. Go get your toy. Okay, go get your toy. Go get your toy. Okay, where's your toy? Go get your toy. Go get your toy. Go get your toy. Where's your toy? Where's your toy? Go get your toy. Where's your toy? Go get it. Go get your toy. Okay, go get your toy. You got from me already. No? You're not gonna go get it? Okay. He just laid back down. Dang it. I feel like I can't get my glasses clean. I have the window open. Um, I was going to sit outside, but it is a little chilly, and I didn't want to be uncomfortable outside, so I'm inside. This lip, tinted lip balm is always looks like lipstick to me. um, so we're inside, but I have the window open so that we can hear outside. I don't know if you'll be able to hear outside, but we'll see. I feel like it's always weird here. I was going to ask questions from that book I have, but sorry, my glasses are bothering me. And like I said, I always feel like they're lopsided. Um, I also like the angle better. Uh, yeah. So I have the window open, so I don't know if you will be able to hear outside or not. Pardon me. It's a little bit too chilly to sit outside. And what else? Yeah. My son is downstairs watching a movie, and so he knows where to find me if he needs me. That's it. Nothing more. I think I'm gonna move you back over here. Wait, you just need reading. Why is my nose red also? Anyway. Okay. All right, let's see here. Oh, I should just how have the last few hours been? Really good. Have you eaten? Have you rested? Done all the things? I realized that I'm actually pretty much like 6:30 or 7 p.m. Um, each day is usually actually the end of my day by 6:30, between 6 and 7. So when I'm done with this, I'm gonna get in PJs.
I'm gonna watch the cooking show. I already. Ooh, no, I was in the middle of the first like battle, and so I don't know who won that one yet. Yeah, I don't know who won that one yet. I got to watch it while I was waiting to pick up my son. All right. I wish I could find like where fun questions. We'll see. We'll see what random stuff here. I've already answered that. Let me just do another thing here. What is your favorite Broadway show or one you really want to see? I don't have a favorite Broadway show, and there's not one I want to see. It's not really my thing. Yeah. So that I wouldn't be against going to one. Like if somebody was like, "Oh, I really like Broadway shows, I want to go see one." Okay, I'll give it a shot for, to experience it, but on my own. I don't look into it to do it. So, um, can you tap dance? So, no. But I used to do this bit, this little, I don't know why. Whenever- if I get hyper around you, you might see me do it. Uh, I haven't done it in a very long time. It really is just silly, me being silly. But I like, I used to do this, like, do you want to see me tap dance? And I would do some really janky, like, tap dance move. And it was really, where just people's reaction were like, okay. That's why I would do it. I usually do it with like family, I think. Yeah. Um, what scares you the most about getting older? I don't think anything scares me per se. I think as of right now, there's some real things that can be really scary, like, about getting older, as in health and like what people can go through. But my eyes were tired, which is why I don't know. My eyes are actually tired. I might need to shut this. This also was worried about my non-allergies acting up, but I wanted to have the window open. Anyway, I might need to shut that. Oh, yeah. So there are some real like scary things that people go through. So there's that. As of right now, I think it would be that I, I mean, it's not in my personality right now, so I don't know that it would be in my personality, but I think right now it'd be like, where you're stuck in your ways or like getting behind the times. Does that make sense? Like I really love learning. I like being aware. I really like all those things. And I would like that to continue, like I would like to be an aware. Yeah. Like the people who have talked about that were my professors, not professors, instructors. That's the right word. You guys, I'm gonna turn off the camera because I have to get up. I'm wearing pants. You just know I'm self-conscious, okay? Um, I need to shut this window. It's messing with me. 1 second. All right. Pardon me. All right. Fix this again. Okay. All right. feel like they changed the lighting. I'll probably drink some tea after this to help with my throat. This thing's old. It needs to be replaced. Anyway, so like as of right now, that's my um thing is to not, you know, to become unaware, to not keep learning, you know. What birthday do you feel is more of a landmark? I think this would depend upon the culture. 16th, 18th, or 21st. I'm going to speak for myself and say I think 18th. 18, even though you're not an adult in the least, uh, you are an adult here. And yeah, like, so there's a lot of transitioning. Um, but no. So I think that one's just more of a landmark because of this shove into society, but also too, you don't, I mean, you're just 18, like you don't know anything. You're learning, you know. Do you know what an Arnold Palmer is? And if so, do you like it? Arnold Palmer is half um lemonade, half iced tea. And yes, I do. But I don't like it actually like equal portion. I think now I like it like three-fourths tea, unsweet tea, and a fourth of lemonade. Yeah. Okay. Um, there's this post that I saw and I'm going to share. Took a screenshot of it. And again, I can't speak for everybody. I'm going to try to see if my phone here has it. I cannot speak for everyone. I can only speak for myself. This question, there's questions that are kind of similar to this. Question is, uh, could you ever go out with someone just because they're rich? No. Be an arse and rich. And you could be an arse and poor. It doesn't matter. If you're an arse, you're an arse. So yeah. But there's this post that I really liked. And it's of this peacock on a boat and like on the shore of water, and there's a tree. Anyways, women don't melt in money. They melt in respect, care, and love. Again, I can't speak for everybody else. I can only speak for me. We've already talked about it before. Money, buy happiness. It does help, right? It does alleviate stress, but it does not buy happiness. Hopefully that does not fall. I don't know why it's rocking. Okay. Um, hmm. If you could live 1 week with an uncivilized tribe to learn their ways, would you? So you're just like talking about like no electricity and all that stuff. But wouldn't that mean that they would have to be open to it? How my brain works. Um, so it has something to do with like any of the stuff. My actual first thought went to communication barrier. That's what I would worry about. Like, oh no, did they misunderstand me? Or did I misunderstand them? Is there a miscommunication here? And now there's like a problem because we miscommunicated. That's actually where my brain went to. So, to answer it, no, because of that reason. This made me chuckle. So it says, there have been two Nature Channel shows on mermaids. Do you think they could exist? No. But it made me think about today when I was picking up my son. He was telling me, I guess a teacher looked it up for him, that he's like, Mom, he's like, there's mummy mermaids. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, there's mummy mermaids, but we don't know if they're real or not. I go, they're not real. He goes, why? I was like, because mermaids aren't real. And he's like, oh. And he thought, he's like, oh, well, they were really tiny, so I guess they, they weren't real. Yeah. You already talked this. Have you talked about this? Have you ever been somewhere you thought was haunted? If so, where? We we all knew it was haunted. Okay, we all knew. It was a house my aunts lived in, dude. Yeah. Anyway, and then my mom and me, my sister lived in for a little bit. Mhm, mhm. Have you ever been in a tug of war? Did you win? Yes, and yes. I know I did it as like a teen, or a kid. I feel like my glasses are lopsided. Anyway, sorry. Um, yeah, I've always been strong. Yeah. Mm. A TMI thing. Listen, it's just talking about me. Don't worry about it's just talking about me. There I can't, I'm not going to share why I was doing it. Just obviously if I was doing it, I had to do it. Okay? We're going to say that. I'm going to leave everything else out. Um there was a recliner when I was pregnant that was in the basement of the house. And to get the basement, there was like 4 or 5 stairs. Turn, there was like 10, 12 stairs. And I took that recliner all the way by myself to the living room where I wanted it to be. Hmm. Hmm. Yep. I've always been strong. Mhm. Do you prefer? Oh, I'm not doing this. Moving on. Sorry. It's a soda or pop, whichever you say, brand. Would you, or, which you prefer? I don't really drink it anyways that often, so I can't do it anymore. Like there was one time, and I was driving, and I don't know, I had a like on the road trip, and it, like really quenched my thirst. And then I tried having it again, and I was like, what was I thinking? I don't know. Isn't that weird? But it tasted so good. And I swear, I've tried to find it again. It doesn't taste the same. I don't know what I had, but it was delicious at the time. Yeah, I don't know if it's because I hadn't had it in a long time or what, but yeah. But it like as soon as I drink it, it's too sweet. I've talked about this, haven't I? I'm sure I have. Anyway, um, yeah, I did. Moving on. I had to help somebody with recovering from something, and so my diet changed their diet, and so that's when I was like 19 years old and had to take care of them, and That's when I stopped eating junk food a lot and drinking soda, like, I never pop, whichever you say. I never picked it up again, not ever. Sweets, I eventually picked up again, but something about I just never picked it up again. Every now and then, I like a good ginger ale, like, every now and then, but it can't be too sweet. Or every now and then, I love a fresh squeezed limeade. They're so good. And lemonade, same thing. Yeah. This question, I'm gonna give it, what hobby or activity do you think is totally boring that other people enjoy? What does it matter? What does it matter? What does it matter? I don't have to do it. So why do I care if it's boring? Yeah. It's like that's a silly question. Why are you like who cares? I'm not gonna play it or do it. So none of my business. Moving on. Hmm. Have you ever colored in an adult coloring book? If so, did you like it? I never took to it. I used to be given them like a few years back. Trying to remember the last time, like 5 years ago or more, maybe four. Maybe it was the last time. No. Anyway, point being is I just never took to it. I don't know. I would try. There were scriptures, like the color in scriptures. I just never could do it. I think I did it for a little bit prior to that, but I lost the interest. Mm. Has anyone ever said I love you and you couldn't say it back? Yes. What was some of the best news you ever received? You're pregnant. Because I think I could. Again, we've talked about this. Not anything, it's just moving on. Completely healthy. Thank God. Thank you, Lord. Just never had happened. Yeah, it's like how we assign things to our life. Because my friend just recently talked about this. It's like we assign it to ourselves. Nothing's actually like valid in like assigning that to, ourselves, like having a medical condition or something. Some people do. I'm saying for me, sometimes we assign things to ourselves because it hasn't happened. Oh, this will never happen because it's never happened. And, God be like, surprise. Now's the time. Um, what's the worst pickup line you've heard? My brain can't even think. There was one time I was at the grocery store with my son, and this person decided to say something to me and knew. Like they looked at my son and then like whispered it to me, and I was like, gross. Really? You thought you were gonna shoot your shot now? No. 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 Ugh. That's annoying. Don't do that. Um, yeah, and I forgot what it said. It was not even it was like repulsive to me. Um, yeah, that one. Whatever that person said, repulsive to me. And the fact that they like looked at my son to see if he was paying attention and then said it to me. The whole thing. Like, you thought this was going to happen? I'm nice, I swear. You know what? God knows. God knows. God knows. Because I really am like, look at him. Won't God do it? I really am friendly. You know I'm friendly. I just anyway. I really give off that don't talk to me. I want you to talk to me, please. Okay. Mm. Oh, moving on. Why is that number 800? That's real rude. Moving on. I'm starting to get warm. My cheeks are all red. Why is it number one? Oh, no, you mean number 800. Sorry, I went to 801. What do you like to eat with your sandwich? Soup, fries, or something else? It depends. Depends on what the sandwich is. Like one of my things I like to make during the winter, every now and then, I don't make it all the time, just sometimes, is a grilled cheese with tomato soup. And you gotta dip the grilled cheese in the tomato soup. Yummy. Or I've made a pastrami on rye before. What did I have with that? I think I just, what did I make with that? I don't remember. I don't do it very often. I do always try to include a vegetable. That's my thing. Probably obnoxiously so. Um, or like I've done pulled pork with coleslaw and French fries. What did I do with that pastrami? I don't remember. Maybe. It's been a long time, so I can't remember. Mm. I also made a patty melt again a long time ago, sometime either last year or the year before. Patty melt is like real thin hamburger, and then it had onions, mustard. Did you use Swiss? I don't remember, I don't remember everything I did, but it has the rye, the swirl rye bread. It's really yummy. Dinner is where I just kind of it's my little like you know meal that doesn't have to be so healthy. I don't. Anyway, moving on. I've already talked about this. Okay, so. What was the last meal you cooked for someone? Tonight, myself. It was a piece of steak. That's all I had. It was actually leftover steak that I had cooked. I felt because yesterday. Anyways, how do you feel about redheads? What a weird thing. I think they're beautiful. I actually, every single redhead I've ever met, their hair is so pretty. I think redheads are beautiful. I think they're gorgeous. Every single person I've ever seen, beautiful. Beautiful. Would you still buy a desktop computer, or do you consider them obsolete? I already have a desktop, yet, so the answer is yes. It's like, well, I want ridiculous questions. Let me look that up really quick. Oh, 3:29 minutes. How did that happen? So fast. I don't know why I think it's because the window was open. Okay. Well, we know why my cheeks got red. But I feel like that's well. Okay, let me hurry up. I'm sorry. It's probably long for you. Um, I feel like I've looked at this. To get all the giggles? Sure, let's go. Let's see. That's not. How is what's your favorite song gonna make a giggle? False advertisement. The question is, what is the best Wi-Fi name you've seen in your entire life? I've seen a few. I don't know if I want to say what it was, but it was pretty funny. It was "Don't blank me." It was not an expletive. It was just reference to a former person in charge of the United States. I literally could have said it, but I'm not going to. The name of that like the name and the title, I'm just not going to. Hmm. What is your Wi-Fi password? No. What? Who would answer that? Have you ever tried talking to your dog all the time? This is not funny at all. No giggles. No giggles. Lice. All right, let's find this one. Well, I guess. These are not. These are obnoxious. You guys know. Thank you for your attention. And thank you for being with me. Oh, I got scratched. Just noticed that right now. I don't think. Hmm. 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 Trying to find a quiz. Sorry. 1 second. Sure. Which root vegetable are you? And then I'll say goodbye. Oh, I don't want to. Why do I feel like not to leave? I could stay on the phone with you for hours. That's how it would be. All right, let me do this quiz and then say goodbye. Okay, which root vegetable are you? Deep down in your soul. Soil is what they said. Soil. Okay. Pick a weekend plan. Hosting a cozy dinner, wandering a farmer's market, starting a new wellness phase, staying in zero guilt, going somewhere slightly chaotic, trying a new trendy cafe. Staying in zero guilt. Your friends would describe you as reliable, intense, sweet, mysterious, funny, bold. I don't know, friends, what? What would you describe? Which one of these would you pick? Reliable, probably, right? Sweet. Maybe used to be mysterious. Not really mysterious anymore. I'll go with sweet and ditches. Pick a comfort food: pasta, grilled cheese, soup, fries, bacon, cake. Bacon is comfort food? Hmm, soup, soup. Your ideal vibe. What is that? They're barefoot on something. I think it might be a shore. I can't tell though. A person making art, the city at night, a cat with glasses on, some kind of citrus and pepper drink, and a flower arrangement of some sort. Out of all these, I'm gonna go with the city at night. How do you handle do love a city at night. I love cities at night. It's like one of my favorite things, actually. I'm realizing that now. Yeah, yeah. Like, I remember one time, yeah, I would go hang out. My cousin worked at a flower shop, and we would go hang out. It was in the city. We would just hang out and watch the city. There's no place I went to had like a rooftop thing. Yeah, I love the city at night. It's one of my favorite things. How do you handle conflict? Calm it down, cry, then regroup, say nothing but remember. Make a joke, get straight to the point, avoid it completely. Well, depends, you know? It would go between calm it down or cry, then regroup, depending on what it is. And I guess there is always like a discussion, like, hey, I don't know. I'll go with cry, then regroup. Pick a color palette. Um, I don't know what these would be called. There's earth tones, like brown earth tones, green, different greens, different oranges, pastels. I don't know how to describe these first two. I picked the center one. It's like got a teal and then like I don't know how that. I don't know. I'm picking that one. I don't know. It's like the winter um the winter jewel tones. Do you know what I'm talking about? Does that make sense? Anyway, moving on. Your toxic trait: overcommitting, being misunderstood, taking forever to open up, disappearing when overwhelmed, doing too much, thinking you're low maintenance. Mm, taking forever to open up, maybe? Doing too much? I don't know. What's my toxic trait? Mm, I'll go with taking forever to open up. I don't know. Did that happen? I don't know. Okay, pick a kitchen tool: knife, peeler, mortar and pestle, slow cooker, air fryer, wooden spoon. Mortar and pestle. I actually the other day was having a memory that when I went on the missions trip that I've talked about to Mexico when I was a teen, the mom gave me so much stuff to bring back home, and one of them was a mortar and pestle, and I loved it. I don't know what happened to it. Yeah. She also gave me this pretty bowl anyway. Isn't that sad? Anyway, your role in the group chat: organizing. Okay, sorry, hold. Organizer, chaos instigator, listener, meme sender, voice of reason, the one who disappears but returns dramatically. I am not part of a lot of group chats. Yeah. Usually I'll go with meme sender actually. That is typically I have two group chats, I think. One of them I'm not really active in. The other one, I usually send a meme. It depends on what that person needs, but I'm gonna go with meme sender. Pick a motto. It'll work out. Trust the process. Flavor matters. I contain multitudes. Healing isn't linear. Keep things interesting. Flavor matters. Pick a weather mood. Sunny but crisp, rainy and cozy, windy and chaotic, hot and intense, cool and misty, bright and energizing. Ooh. I'm gonna start between bright and energizing and runny, sunny but crisp. I'm gonna go with sunny but crisp. Okay. Choose a random hobby. Gardening, painting, cooking elaborate meals, antiquing, thrifting, yoga or meditation, journaling. Mm, mm, A random hobby? Mm, I'll go with gardening right now. Pick a snack, chips and dip, something pickled, fresh fruit, something earthy, dark chocolate, baked goods, fresh fruit. Don't do this to me. Ah, why? How is it already 41 minutes? I'm trying to hurry. This thing just decided to freeze. I guess I'm not going to use this site anymore. This is like, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get why it keeps doing this. I should clean out my cookies. Cash. Fresh fruit. Thank you. All right. Your life aesthetic: cozy cottage core, minimalist and clean, bold and eclectic, rustic and grounded, trendy but effortless, a little chaotic but fun. My life aesthetic: minimalist and clean. Yeah. Pick a personality trait you admire: loyalty, creativity, confidence, independence, adaptability, emotional depth, honesty. Where's that at? That I admire? So between adaptability and loyalty. Go with loyalty. Turnips. You are humble, adaptable, and deeply underrated. You don't need the spotlight to feel secure, but you're always pulling more weight than people realize. You're practical, steady, and weirdly comforting. Once people appreciate you, they're fiercely loyal. Okay. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time and attention. I really appreciate it. I love you so much. Sharing my time with you is honestly one of my favorite things. Like, it's up there. Like, up there, I hope you know how up there it is. Like, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Being with you in this space, sharing my time with you. I love it. It makes me happy. So, thank you so much for enjoying it as well. Have a good day, night, evening, morning, whatever it may be for you. I will most likely be here tomorrow. I will schedule it. All right. Love you. Bye.